Hello, this is Maggie. Today I'm doing the chart of Jennifer Lopez, J-Lo. She's born under Venus, and her birthday is July 24th, 1969, Bronx, New York, U.S. So she's got the sun in Leo and the ascendant Libra, giving her beauty. Libra always gives you, as a rule, gives you either good looks or a pleasant voice because it's ruled by Venus. So to have that on your ascendant can give you dimples, dimples and beauty, and make you a pleasant personality. However, she is a Leo, and she has Mercury, the planet of communication, in Leo, so she's a very strong, dominant personality. And she has Scorpio in her first house. So her chart is very interesting. I was going to do Aries of the month, but for some reason I thought she was an Aries, but she's a Leo, very much a Leo. And they're both fire signs, but she's a very, very strong fire sign. And she has an incredible amount of trines in her chart. Easy flowing aspects, just a ton of them. And sextiles and trines. I'll post her chart. It's just, yeah, it's a beautiful, easy flowing chart. So, you know, the sun and Mercury are right on her midheaven. Her sun is 1 degree, so, and Leo, of course, you know, is self-expression, drama, the arts, communication through the arts. So she was meant to do something, you know, show off something. And she's all over the place with her career, you know, with fashion and with, you know, acting, music, you name it. So her, so her moon is in Scorpio, making her a very intense personality. Yes, her moon is in Scorpio. And her Libra ascendant is in the 12th house. So that's the house of Pisces. So, but her ascendant, that is her ascendant, but it is in the 12th house. So, in the 12th house, excuse me, rules, well, it would be the arts. It would be her using her, she's very imaginative, you know, through her acting roles, but she started out singing. So regardless, Libra is ruled by Venus. So any of the Venusian fields, of which she's good at all of them. I mean, she loves fashion, glamour, that's Pisces ruled. So the 12th house is Pisces house. So that would be fashion, glamour, illusion, imagination, acting, singing, and she does all of those things. So she pulls on her Libra in the 12th house. It is in the 12th house. It's in Pisces house, but she pulls on that for her, you know, all her arts. And yeah. But her first house is Scorpio, so that makes her very magnetic and passionate. Gives her, you know, drive, extreme drive. It makes her a very magnetic, intense personality, along with her Leo sun, of course. Her moon is in Scorpio. It's 29 degrees. It's right up on the cusp, and her Mars is in Sagittarius. So they're in her second house of assets and money. So Moon Mars, she may have a fiery temper, and she is certainly probably very emotional. And you have Moon Mars. Moon is the nurturing feminine side, and Mars is the aggressive will, ambitious side. And she has it in fire sign Sagittarius, so that would make her, well, it gave her international acclaim because they are trying to Leo, her midheaven. They're both fire signs. So she has some beautiful trines, just big solid blue lines to her moon, to the sun. So she gets along with herself. And in the midheaven, the public, the public eye, she's in the public eye because her sun, is shining brightly in Leo in the midheaven through communication using her Mercury. And they're also in trine to her Mars, her ambition. So her ambition and drive in Sagittarius made her money through her Leo midheaven in the arts. And it gave her wealth because it's in her second house. So that is how it came to her easily, probably. I mean, she's a very hard worker, but because she has so many trines and sextiles in her chart, it gives you a lot of grace. So her Neptune is in the second house. It's in, is that in Scorpio? Let me just make sure. Neptune. Yes, Neptune in Scorpio. It's in her second house, so again, she uses that Neptunian illusion to make her money, and she is very mutable and changeable when it comes to presenting her different facets of her personality, because Neptune is pretty much on the cusp of her first house as well in Scorpio. So, yeah, I'm just thinking of Neptune rules music, and it's the ruler of Pisces, so glamour, imagination, singing. She started out singing. Yeah, so Saturn, jumping all the way to Taurus. She has Taurus on the 7th house, and Saturn is a Taurus, so she would want a stable relationship, solid. She would want a solid, stable relationship, having it an earth sign. Yeah, but Saturn in the 7th house, it's generational, but it can cause some separations, delay, restrictions. Sometimes that could be your father. So she has it in very earthy Taurus, so she may have a lot of solid relationships that help to further her career. Or I don't know who I do know she married Mark Anthony. So it could just solidify her relationships, or she could be attracted to someone who materially had it together. Or it could be sometimes an older man, or somebody who had material wealth, because the 7th house is your partnership house. And that would be opposed to her Libra ascendant. So she has Venus in Gemini in the 8th house, so she is very skilled at communication. That's Scorpio's house of joint assets and passion, and so she uses her Venus to, she uses it for all of the above, for glamour, for beauty, for singing, acting, communication. It's all about communication. So people are attracted to that in her. She is able to do it very skillfully, and through that she has created a lot of joint partnerships, a lot of joint assets, and because it is in Scorpio's house, which would rule joint partnerships and assets. And, yeah, so I'm sure she has a lot of companies, and yes, so Venus would be beauty, or what you like. So she likes communicating, and she loves socializing, you know. Gemini is extremely social and has a million ideas, so she puts them all out there. Yeah, so her midheaven is 1 degree Leo, so it's right on the cusp with Cancer. Her 11th house of friendships is in Virgo. Friendships, hopes, and wishes. She has Pluto there, that's generational as well. So it would just make her an extremely hard worker. Yes, and just make her almost just an obsessively, compulsively, very extremely hard worker. And with Uranus, Uranus is conjunct Jupiter, and it's almost conjunct Pluto as well. Let me just make sure which house. Uranus is in Libra, in the 12th house, and Jupiter is in Libra, in the 12th house. But they're very much on the cusp, pretty much, of Virgo in the 11th house, but they're in the 12th house. So her subconscious must be very interesting, and you know, she, between her Libra house, the 12th house, and the work house, you know, I mean, the 11th house of hopes and wishes and dreams, it's Aquarius house, having Virgo there, she is driven to work extremely hard, and she uses her Jupiter conjunct Uranus. It brings her good luck. It brings her good luck through her beauty, through her imagination, through sudden, unexpected events that, you know, maybe she just got some leads, you know, starting out as a singer, and just got some leads, and that led her to acting, and then, you know, one thing led to another, and, you know, she was recognized. So wherever Jupiter is, it expands, and Uranus would just make her unique, a very unique, different. So Uranus conjunct Jupiter, it's in her 12th house in Libra, would just make her, just magnify her acting ability and her singing ability, and Uranus would just give her such diversity of, you know, playing different roles and different, and the way it would play out would be Libra, you know, through the arts, you know, but it's extremely expansive and extremely changeable at the same time. So she would get very, very bored doing the same thing all the time. So that's what compelled her to work so hard, the 11th house Virgo, having Pluto there, and Uranus is practically on the cusp, as well as Jupiter. They're pretty much on the cusp of Virgo. Yeah, Uranus is 0 degrees. So 0 degrees Libra, so it's right on the cusp of Virgo, and Pluto is 23 degrees. Pluto rather is 23 degrees, and Jupiter is 1 degree Libra. So they're very much on the cusp of Virgo. So yeah, so she combines the two. She combines the beauty and the, you know, the art. Libra, you know, wants balance, beauty, harmony. She started out harmonizing. I don't know, she sang with Biggie as J-Lo, and just, you know, different groups. I don't know if she started out as backup. No. She was originally a fly girl or something. But anyway, she started out doing harmony probably. And then it just mutated, you know, with Uranus conjunct Jupiter. It just expanded all over the place into acting, films, television, you know, The Voice. And with Pluto there, it just gave her enormous work drive. And So what I'm trying to say is Jupiter just expanded her work life, you know, expanded, blew up her career, let's just say. And so did Uranus and Pluto. They just blew up her career beyond anything she ever probably hoped or dreamed. And but with Leo and Mercury on the midheaven, I believe she always wanted to be a star. She probably knew she was a star. She probably shone very brightly as a child. Yes, because, you know, having that on your midheaven, that was probably always a dream for her anyway. And so, you know, that came true. And Saturn square her midheaven, Saturn in Libra, you know, Saturn is the voice. I mean, it's ruled by Venus, and Venus, the voice rather, is the body part that Taurus rules. So anyway, Saturn is square to her midheaven, so that just made her work even harder, and it really brought her, Saturn just made her work even harder and brought her to success. So in this case, it just challenged her, and she was up for a challenge because she's got a lot of fire going on between the Sun, Mercury, and Leo in the midheaven. You know, trying Moon, Mars. That's a force to be reckoned with, definitely, because it's just powerful fire, and the Moon, Mars is very emotional fire. So, you know, you don't want to get on her bad side or get her fired up, or you will certainly hear about it. Even if she has Venus in Gemini, yeah, because she's definitely very much a fire sign. That's about it for J-Lo, for Jennifer Lopez. I hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please like and subscribe. Back to her element, she's predominantly fire and air. Very little water, just the moon and Neptune, which really helped her, you know, with her illusion, you know, her fantasy and illusion, which it takes to be an actress or an actor. And the North Node, her North Node, where is her North Node? Oh, yes, interesting. Her North Node is in Pisces. So she was in the 5th house of Leo, and she has Leo in the midheaven. So she was meant to be, her fate would be to strive towards, you know, acting would totally make sense for her, to strive towards some kind of a career, self-expression through some sort of a Piscean career. So, you know, she did start out singing and then went on to acting. So to have the North Node in Pisces in the 5th house of Brahma, creative self-expression, children, yes, was a benefit to her, and she definitely has lived out her North Node. So hope you enjoyed this. If you do, please like and subscribe. Thank you.